Welcome dear students in one another session. I am Darshana Sandeep Shinde from Kekewag Institute of Pharmacy, Chandauri, Nasik. Today we are learn the heat processes, different heat processes. So let's start our today's session. Today's learning objects are to understand the concept of the heat process or heat transfer, method of the heat transfer, different heat processes, evaporations and factors affecting on evaporation, types of the evaporation. These are all the learning objects. Let's start. What are the heat processes? Heat processes is the concept. Heat is a form of energy. Heat flows from the system at higher temperature. System of lower temperature is referred as the heat transfer. Heat transfer can be done by the three different ways. First one is the conduction. In this method, the heat energy transfer takes place by the transmission of the movement of the individual molecules. Then convection. Convection, in this method, the heat transfer takes place by the actual motion of the particles. And radiation. In this method, the energy transfer takes place through the space, that is without using any medium. These are the conduction, convection, radiation are the three heat processes method. And this one is the diagrammatic representation of these three methods. This one is the conduction, this one is the convection, and this is radiation. In the radiation, there is no medium is needed. This is the all three methods we can understand by this diagram. Then we learn about the desiccation process. What is mean by desiccation? Desiccation is the process of complete removal of the mechanical admixed water from the substance. For this purpose, we need a desiccator, which is made up of the glass, and in that desiccator we have to add a suitable dehydrating agent. Application of the desiccation, it helps in the size reduction of the crude particles. It is used for the powdering the drugs. If the moisture is get absorbed from this desiccator, then particles are ultimately get reduced its size. The next one is the sublimation. Sublimation is the process in which the solid get converted into the vapors without the formation of the liquids, and on cooling the vapor get converted into the solids. The product obtained after the sublimation is called as the sublimate. There are two methods or two types or two ways. There are two sublimate types of form. First one is when solid it got converted into the vapors. Vapors are directly converted into the solid. This one is known as a type 1 sublimate or sublimations, or these are known as the true sublimates. Then next one, in this solid is get converted into the liquid. Then liquid is converted into the vapors. Again these vapors are converted into the liquids, and these liquids are finally converted into the solid. This is the type 2 sublimation process. The difference between the above two processes, that means step 1 where true sublimate is formed, and step 2, this is because or this is due to the pressure difference. Then we see the types of the sublimates. There are three types of the sublimates. First one is cake sublimate. This occurs when there is a very little difference in the condensing surface and the sublimate point of the volatile substance. Example of its mercury chloride and ammonium carbonate. Then second type of sublimate is powder sublimate. This occurs when there is a much difference in the heating and the cooling chamber. The sublimate will condense more rapidly in the form of the particles. Example of it, sulfur. Then third type of it, crystalline sublimate. Some substances sublime in a crystalline form, and the size of the crystal depend upon the condition of the condensation. Example of it: benzoic acid, iodine, naphthalene, menthol. These are the types of the subliments. After that, we see the evaporation. What is the process of, what is the definition of evaporation process? That is, the evaporation mean a free escape of the vapors from the surface of the liquid below the boiling point. That is, the evaporation can take place at even room temperature. The vapors form exert a pressure known as the vapor pressure, which varies with the temperature. In the evaporation, vapor pressure is maximum at the boiling point of liquid because of the vapors are formed throughout the liquid. The vapor pressure of the liquid is equal to the atmospheric pressure at its boiling point. Then we see the different factors affecting on the evaporation. First one is temperature. Temperature, the rate of the evaporation is directly proportional to the temperature of liquid. Then temperature and time of evaporation. Liquid is exposed to the high temperature for a short period of time in a film evaporator. Then temperature and moisture content. To avoid the decomposition of the active principles of such a material, the evaporation is done at a low temperature, and then final drying is done at the high temperature when only little moisture is remaining in it. The next factors are type of the product required. On evaporation of the liquid, the concentrated liquid, semi-solids and solids are formed. Then effect of concentration. During the evaporation, upper layer of the liquid under the evaporation has a tendency to form a film and formation of the precipitate in the product, which result in the lowering down of the rate of the evaporation. Therefore, efficient stirring is required. Next factor is surface area. The rate of evaporation is directly proportional to the surface area of the evaporator in which the liquid is evaporated. Next factor is vapor pressure of the liquid to be evaporated. The rated evaporation process is directly proportional to the vapor pressure of the evaporating liquid. Then next, types of the evaporators. Natural circulating evaporators. In that, three types: evaporating pan, evaporating steel, short tube evaporator. Then forced circulating evaporators. In third one is the film evaporator. Evaporator is divided into two parts: climbing film evaporators and horizontal film evaporators. Then multiple effective evaporators. And last one is the evaporation under reduced pressure. Let's see one by one. The first one is evaporating pan. In the evaporating pan, it consists of a hemispherical pan made up from the copper or stainless steel and surrounded by a steam jacket. Hemispherical shape is provide a large surface area for the evaporation. The evaporating pan may be fixed or made it to tilt. This is the evaporating pan. Advantages of this evaporating pan: it is the simplest equipment for the purpose of the evaporation process. It is an economical evaporator. It is easy to clean, use and maintain. Though it has lots of advantages, it should have some disadvantages also. The first one, it causes the decomposition of the product because of the steel. Then the heating surface is limited and decrease proportionality to increase the size of the pan. The next one is evaporating steel. In the evaporating steel, this is the type of the evaporator. It's commonly known as the steel because the evaporating pan is covered and is connected to the condenser so that vapors are condensed into the liquids. Advantages of evaporating steel: it is a simple construction. It is easy to clean and maintain. The vapors are condensed in it. It increases the speed of evaporation and the costly solvent can also be recollected or recovered. Example of its ethyl alcohol. Then disadvantages contain: it The heating surface is limited surface area. Then evaporating steel is not suitable for the thermolabile materials such as liquor heated all the time in it. Then due to the natural circulation, the coefficient of the heat transfer is poor. The next one is the short tube evaporator. This consists of a number of tubes which are from 1 to 2 diameter in the length, from the 40 to 80 millimeter in the diameter. About 1000 tubes are fitted in a vessel up to the 2.5 meter is or more in a diameter. This part of the evaporator is called as the calandria. The tubes are filled with the liquid and surrounded by the steam. The liquid in the tube is heated by the steam and it is beginning to boil. The mixture of the liquid and vapor come out of the tube which set up circulation with the boiling liquid, rise up in the smaller tubes of the calandria and returning down the large central down take it. The maintenance of the evaporator is quite costly. Then next, forced circulation or forced circulating evaporators. In that, the rapid liquid movement improves the heat transfer. This is the diagrammatic representation or a picture of forced circulating evaporators. The evaporators is useful for the evaporation of the viscous liquids or material that deposits solids or foam radially. The rapid evaporations make this evaporator useful for the concentration of thermolabile materials under a reduced pressure. Example of its concentration of insulin and liver extract. The next one is a film evaporators. In a film evaporators, the material is sprayed as a film on a heated surface to provide a large surface area or large evaporated surface. There are two types of film evaporators: climbing film evaporators and horizontal film evaporator. This one is the climbing film evaporators and this one is the diagrammatic representation of the horizontal film evaporators. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, then press the like button. If you want to more video, like the subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.